someone said, is this a cult? And then someone explained, and then they said, too bad, because I've been looking for a cult. It's interesting because if you're a non-vegan, you are part of a cult, biggest cult ever existed. Sacrificing animals and slitting their throats your entire life to eat them as food, that sounds like a fucking cult to me. So if you're a non-vegan, you've already been a part of one.
Well, that's logically fallacious. Just because cults are non-vegan, from that it doesn't follow that all non-vegans are in cults. You can't just look at some non-vegans, take input, and then draw the same conclusion for all non-vegans. Just because there is a thing which is shared between non-vegans and cults, like slitting an animal's throat for food, doesn't mean both are equal. It's conflating apples with oranges just because they're both fruit. For the sake of the argument, let's imagine that every member of a cult out there slits an animal's throat. From that, it doesn't follow that anyone who slits an animal's throat is in a cult. That's especially the case if not all cults kill animals for food. Something being a cult doesn't necessitate killing animals for food. And from that fact, we can conclude that not all cults are non-vegan. And from that, we can further conclude that not all non-vegans are necessarily part of a cult. She didn't even present the common traits which can be found in cults. And, spoiler alert, dietary choices aren't even one of those traits. Then what have animals been sacrificed for or to? Sacrifice implies offering or giving up something for something else. If non-vegans are sacrificing something like animals for their taste, pleasure, or nutriments, the same can be done with other things too, like with plants. If sacrificing things for taste, pleasure, or nutriment is being part of the cult, then from that would follow that vegans are also part of the cult. Maybe she would say that ritualistic killing for some higher purpose is cultic. But the more she filters it, the more she moves from her initial claim. This is a fine example how intellectually poor a lot of vegans are.